The girl and the prince went to meet their future mother-in-law, but they'd been set up by a wicked mother-in-law. He asked the sorcerer to bring out a cursed necklace. She lied that the necklace could test true love in order to prove their love for each other. He didn't hesitate to put the necklace on Jesse, but the next moment, Jesse turned into a wooden man.
You have cursed my gift!
The queen said that Jesse was from a humble background. He was not worthy of the royal blood. The prince begged her mother to do the right thing. She would have given her life for Jesse. But once the curse began, it could not be stopped. Only 8,000 years later, Jesse meets the man of her dreams. The necklace will be removed, and the curse will be broken. The prince tried to remove the necklace, but the pain was so intense that he had to let go. The queen advised him not to waste his efforts. The prince knew he couldn't change the situation. He cursed the whole country with his life. As soon as he spoke, the sky began to thunder, and the clouds began to cover the sky. The rain came down in torrents. Time passed like a white horse. 1,000 years had passed in a blink of an eye. The country is now a modern civilization. Jesse has become an artifact of this fortress. The guides tell the story of the legend that has been passed down for thousands of years. Only the former sorcerer has survived. He's waiting for the curse to be lifted, to claim Jesse as his own. On the other side, the prince and queen have been reincarnated. Now they're a normal mother and son. William has just applied for a new job. He's a marketer at Prince's department store. The company is organizing an exhibition to raise the profile of the department store. William was assigned to work as an assistant to the designer of the event. Hollywood decided to bring the story of the wooden beauty to the stage. Handsome William soon attracted the attention of his female colleague. He wanted to ask William to have dinner with him this weekend, but William felt that his colleague was in a bit of a hurry. They'll be working together every day. They can get to know each other first. At this time, Hollywood received a bad news. The lorry carrying Wooden Beauty had an accident. Hollywood rushed there with William. They not only borrowed the statue of Wooden Beauty from the old castle, they also have many gorgeous costumes and precious royal jewelry. If there's an accident, Hollywood would have been in deep shit. William reassured him that everything would be fine. They arrived at the scene of the accident. They saw a lorry stuck on the railings of the bridge. It could fall into the river at any moment. The rescue team tried to turn the lorry back to the bridge. They accidentally hit the back door of the lorry. The Wooden Beauty then fell from a great height. William thought someone was drowning, so he jumped in without hesitation. In the water, he touched the necklace around Jesse's neck. Jesse was briefly released from the curse. When they returned to shore, Jesse was once again turned back to wood. Worried that the Wooden Beauty would meet with another accident, they decided to take her back to the shopping center first. William cried and laughed at the prospect of sitting a piece of wood. She wiped the water off the model's body. The moment he picked up the necklace, Jesse regained consciousness. An imperceptible smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. He was happy to see the prince, but soon he turned back to wood. William took him back to the warehouse of the department store. Looking at the mannequin in front of him, William thought how nice it would be if it were a real person. Jesse gave him a sense of deja vu. It was as if they had known each other for 1,000 years. William looked around. There was no one else around. He couldn't help but kiss him. William laughed at his own behavior. He imagined that it would be like a fairy tale. A prince wakes up a sleeping princess with a kiss, and they lived happily ever after. But the miracle didn't happen. After the kiss, the wooden model didn't react. He felt so childish when he took off the necklace. The wooden model actually came back to life.
Dankeschön.
Whoa! Whoa!
My prince.
It was a shock to William. William thought the water was poisoned. He was hallucinating. The warmth between his fingers made William sure that Jesse was alive. He wondered how they knew each other. Jesse told the story of how they were stopped by the queen. His memories were still 1,000 years old. He reminded William of the old legend. Could Jesse be the cursed Cinderella of the legend? He explained that it was now the 20th century. It's been 1,000 years since the world Jesse spoke of. Jesse thought the prince was joking. William said he wasn't joking. Then he introduced the products of modern society. He took out a fire extinguisher and showed Jesse how to use it. And Jesse fainted. William took care of him carefully. When he woke up, Jesse expressed his love to him again. William took Jesse to the street. Jesse was curious about everything. They went shopping and ate together. Jesse thought this burrito was very tasty, but it was a little hard to get the crust on the outside. When William saw it, he couldn't help but laugh. He explained that it's the paper the food is wrapped in. He took Jesse to a TV set on the side of the road and saw that he had been put into a strange box. Jesse screamed at the top of his lungs as they passed a dance hall. Jesse was curious and dragged William inside. She saw a girl wearing lipstick in the bathroom. The girl enthusiastically handed Jesse his lipstick and showed him how to use it. Jesse loved the modern world. She sipped a drink she never had before. William asked her to dance with him. They twirled their bodies to dynamic music. Jesse didn't think it was dancing. She danced the way she had danced 1,000 years before. The beauty of the dance was so beautiful that everyone around her followed suit. The two danced on the dance floor. As they danced on the dance floor, and their hearts grew closer to each other. After leaving the ballroom, William quietly took Jessie home. Jessie had never slept in such a soft bed. She was intrigued by the life-size photograph above her bed. William explained that it was a photograph. It showed his father taking him fishing on the beach when he was a child. Jessie thought about her family. When she thought of her family, they were long gone. She felt a sense of loss. William reassured her not to be sad. I will always be by her side. The next morning, Jessie took a bath in the bathroom. William prepared breakfast, but when he came to his room, Jessie had turned into a log again. It turned out that Jessie had taken the necklace back. After the bath, Jessie had accidentally brought back the necklace. No matter how William shouted, Jessie, who had turned back to wood, never responded. William had no choice but to take her back to the warehouse. At this time, the wizard also came here. Now he is the count of the castle. He came to see if the jewelry and the wood were safe. After confirming that there was no problem, the sorcerer left with his men. Hollywood liked the necklace around Jessie's neck. He took it off and wore it around his own neck. As a result, Jessie was awakened again, and Hollywood turned into a log. Jessie took the opportunity to leave the warehouse. The wizard who left was worried that something might go wrong again, so he sent his men to the warehouse to keep an eye on Jessie. When he arrived at the warehouse, Hollywood was wearing a necklace. They ripped off the necklace. Hollywood was back to normal. The three of them realized that the wooden beauty was gone, so they told the wizard about it. The wizard ordered them to find Jessie no matter what. William saw Hollywood sitting on the ground. He asked what had happened. Hollywood said the legendary curse was real. He suspected that the sorcerer was now the count. If the sorcerer found Jessie, it would be very dangerous. Jessie was wandering aimlessly through the mall. It wasn't long before one of the sorcerer's men spotted her. Jessie sensed something was wrong and took off. She stumbled into a hairdresser's shop by mistake. The clerk gave her a brand new haircut. Jessie also used William's credit card to buy a new outfit at a clothing shop. The sorcerer found William looking for Jessie. He was sure he was the reincarnated prince. He ordered his men to take care of William first. William searched the entire mall. There was no sign of Jessie. That's when the wizard tried to attack him with his crossbow. Luckily, it missed. The two of them crawled on the ground. The sorcerer started throwing vases. Soon 3 of his men were in hot pursuit of William. The scene was witnessed by Jessie, who was shopping. She got into one of the children's cars from the toy shop and scared off the wizard's 3 henchmen. She drove William through the mall. The wizard was armed and ready to intercept, but he was knocked out of the car. They went back to William's house together. William wanted to take Jessie far away. They kissed passionately. William hurriedly packed his clothes and prepared to leave, but the siren sounded downstairs. The wizard came to William's house, accompanied by the police. He accused William of stealing the wooden beauty from the castle. William was held against the wall by the police. The sorcerer came into Jessie's room. Jessie recognizes him as the sorcerer from 1,000 years ago. Jessie said she loved William. She would never go with the sorcerer. The sorcerer took out the cursed necklace. He put it around Jessie's neck and turned her back into wood. The sorcerer walked downstairs with the wooden beauty in his arms. William explained that the necklace was enchanted, with the promise that Jessie would come back to life, but no one listens to him now. Jessie was taken back to the department store. She was taken back to the department store, where she was guarded by 2 officers. William was taken to the police station. The images of his time with Jessie were still fresh in his mind.
I've lived to learn to hate the blues. I've lived with everything but you. I can't believe my eyes. I see you here, looking just the way you should.
He had fallen in love with Jessie. While William didn't know how to escape, Hollywood came to the police station pretending to be an officer. He lied that William was an escape recruit. He was able to get him out of jail. With the help of his mother, the 3 of them managed to leave the police station. They went to the department store together. The exhibition began. Hollywood tells the story of the wooden dollar. Jessie descends slowly from above the stage. William plays the role of the prince who saves him. The wizard feared that Jessie had been awakened by William, so he called a halt to the show. He came to Jessie's side. The two fought in the oldest form of dueling. William was no match for the sorcerer. Hollywood secretly used the stage props to help William. Finally, the sorcerer was knocked to the ground. William took the necklace from Jessie's neck. As the audience watched in shock, the wooden beauty was awakened, and then the sorcerer pulled out his pistol. He took Jessie by force. The sorcerer prepared to leave in a hot air balloon. The hot air balloon was rising. William did not hesitate to grab the rope. He managed to climb into the balloon. The 2 men then struggled with each other. William was about to be pushed out of the balloon. At this critical moment, Jessie had a brilliant idea. He put the necklace around the wizard's neck. The sorcerer was turned into a log. He fell out of the balloon. He fell to pieces. The wizard got what he deserved. He was glued back together and turned into a collector's item for the old castle, and became another legend in people's mouths. And the prince and Cinderella waited 1,000 years. Finally came together. This love that has spanned thousands of years finally got a happy ending. Their story has been told to this day. It has become the strength and courage to inspire people to believe in love. Cinderella was opposed by the queen, forced to separate from her beloved prince, but their love didn't die out. Instead, it became stronger and deeper. After 1,000 years of waiting and suffering, fate brought them together again. This kind of perseverance and firmness in love is deeply touching. It also makes us believe in the power of true love. People who love each other will eventually meet. As long as we have love in our hearts, we can overcome all difficulties and challenges to create a better future. No matter how many difficulties we go through, no matter when or where we are, as long as we have love in our hearts, we'll be able to find the one we love so much.